Hi friends, welcome to Testing Tutorials Point. And this is Lokesh Gorantla, and today we are going to discussing about assertion in Cypress. What exactly an assertion? What is an assertion? Assertions are validations or checkpoints for an application. What validation are checkpoints? Validations you can able to go ahead for like any confidential something that behavior of the application or something you need to check some behavior, some headers or something value or something we need to check that particular behavior of the application should be working as expected. What we are going to expecting that should be expected, then only we can able to say this application is working as expected. As a manual tester you can able to do for manually checking each and every point and you can able to make it for pass, right? But in automation how you can able to test whether it will be a pass or fail? For automation side you can't able to decide, right, without making that if the particular value expected and actual value should be matched, then only we can able to say it's a pass. If it is not matched, then it should be a fail. In automation how we can able to go without making some condition, right? If you are going like, if without assertion, if you are writing some automation scripting, some certain point of time what will happen, that particular header or some text value or something it is not presented or it is not able to enter into the text box place, then what will happen? But in automation script, if you are not using assertion, definitely it will fail. Correct. But it should be a fail in case if the text box is not, we are not able to enter in a text box some value, that test case should be a fail. That moment we can able to use for assertion. The assertion gives the confident, yes, you are doing such an validation which we are expecting and actual both are comparison. Yes, it is both are equal. Yes, I'm going to give you for pass type of automation side. That is called assertions main theory. Okay. And in Cypress, how many types of assertions are? There are two type. One is built-in assertion, or we can able to say implicit assert. And another one is explicit assert. What implicit assert can have, and here implicit is by default it is in a Cypress assertions, that is should, and these are the two operations we can able to use and we can able to do it for assertion. This is a inbuilt of Cypress. What explicitly we have for assert, and we have for another one expect, we can able to say these are the two things are presented. What assert can do, assert is basically it is the approach of TTD approach. When you are going for TTD approach of assertion validation, that moment we can able to use for assert. Expected it will go for BDD approach, whether that particular expected value and actual value both are matched or not. We can able to say if you have a knowledge or experience on a test ng type, when you are doing for some assertions, there is a soft and hard assertions are presented, right? The assert will be look like the similar format of hard assertion. Expected also similar format, but we don't have any soft assertions in Cypress. Okay, but inbuilt of should and be is the one property which gives a high level validations for your particular text box or label or image or something. Anything you can able to test by using these two. Very rare case we can able to go for TDD and expected BDD approach of assertions, that is explicit assertions. Okay, how to validate this by using for should and this two assertion, using that two, how we can able to do it means when comes to here open and here create for new file, that is assertion dot cy.js. This is my file. Okay, and here I'm going to create for describe block. Inside the describe block I'm going to create for suit of that assert demo. Okay, and this I'm going to create a function, and here I'm going to create for my test case. First test case I'm going to create for built-in assertion, that is implicit. I'm going to create for implicit assert demo, and then I'm going to creating for my function. Okay, and here we need to visit for URL, right? For this dot visit. Okay, and here I'm going to take for this particular test. Okay, now here what I can do, I need to verify whether this particular URL is matching or not. If I want to do that, I can able to use a should is the one approach we have. Okay, should is the one approach is there, that is a cy dot URL. Okay, this is a function, and dot should. Okay, inside the should we can able to use n number of assertion. We have so many assertion inside that. If you use for single quotation and space bar, and you can see here always dot have dot been done called on with like this so many functions, all dot return function and b dot b, and always be called, and we have so many assertions. Lot of assertion we can able to content our text. If you want to verify the text which is matched with that, then you can able to use it. A value you can able to use deep equal and equal conditions, have a property, have a text also it is presented. If you need to verify some text value while you typing some value in a text box, that box value should be a match, then you can able to have that text is the one method is there, we can able to use and verify that value whether it is matched or not. Okay, like this include is the one function. If that include, what will happen, include something presented in that particular text or not, that you can able to, and it will take for two parameters. One is action, and one this is the action which like including one, which is a one, another one action value. Okay, you can able to provide anything inside that, the value you can able to provide anything which you are going to, when you the targeting string as include assert, then the given string value is a substring of target value. Substring you can able to use up to here also, you can able to use it. Okay, I'm going to take this much and I'm going to paste it here. Okay, this what will happen, it will make that checking. If that include is passed, then only it will pass, otherwise it will fail. Okay, npx cypress open. Now I'm going to opening for my, even we can able to run it here without opening for Cypress, that is Cypress running, and we can able to specify the specific test case and we can able to run it. Okay, but seeing the same result and fixing the script and everything, we can able to use for here. Mine is assertions, then I'm going to click the assertion, you can able to see here. Now if it is passed, then we can able to see the assertion is passed or not. Now see my assert is expected one is matched. Okay, it is included that particular text and we can able to validate. Now another one, another way of we can able to use it. Now I want to use the equal condition. Okay, even we can able to see right equal. If you mention here, we have different way. We can able to use for EQ, EQL or equal. If you use any in three, any one of them, it is the equal condition only. You can able to anything you can able to use in three. That particular action it will contains the equal only. Okay, even you can able to not equal, not equals, and deep not equal and not deep equal, like that we have so many functions. Okay, now I'm going to use for EQ. Now for the EQ, I need to use for complete, because equal condition it will says that complete value to use, right? Now I'm going to save again. Now open here, you can able to see here, if that function is working as expected, then we can able to see the two actions happen. Okay. And also you can able to use for, there is another function that is called contains. There is another one is contains. Contain. And even you can able to see content HTML is there, content text is there, content value is there. You can able to use for any one of them actions based upon your requirement. And contains action contains, it will take for certain amount of value, not for completely, some set of value it will take, whether it will be presented or not. Okay. Equal is required for complete value, include something the value is required, contains also similar format of include, we can able to provide some set of value which is matched with the expected value. Okay. Now three actions we done, three are passed, but one thing here, the problem is cy.url we are used for all the times, but in a real time we should not use the similar format, right? We need to use for different approach, like we can remove this url and this also, one is enough. Once you done the actions for that particular url, if you want to do the same thing, same url, we need to do for some assertion, you can directly use for dot. Maybe you will get some question. Now I use for here my url assertion, now I'm going to do for some 10 to 20 lines of coding. After that, can I use for similar format dot? Means no, that is not work. If you are doing the assertion here and immediately you need to do another action of assertion, then you can able to use for dot for that particular url actions purpose. If you are going to title, if you are going to do for title and the title, see now here, if you go for cy.title and the title you are going to do like this, means it will this particular assertion will applicable for title, not for url, then our test case will be fail. Okay. Whenever you're doing the action similar format, you need to keep on concentrate, otherwise it will fail. Okay. Now if I run again, see three assertion got passed. Okay. I'll first I'll copy this one. Then again, because I need to update into my GitHub, that's why I'm going to making for the code, because somebody downloaded my code, then they are not able to see properly, means again they will get the questions, right? That's why. Okay. Now another one, another type of assertion. Now we have should be done. Now can I here there are should are multiple times, not for single time. Like a URL we use the multiple time, but should also is repeated multiple times. Can I use for different approach for should place replace by and? Yes, we can able to do it. How means same one, just I'm going to replacing for and. Here also and. Okay. Now you can save and see. Same thing, it is working as expected without any fail also. Okay. If you use this is a one kind of approach, like and also it will work. If you are going to do for same action, what will happen, you are doing for next line for dot, right? But it will take as a same line of above one, that's why it will work as expected. Okay. And here, can I use for any negative value doing? Yes, we can able to do it. Like if I'm going to now writing here and I can able to use it here. See, I'm going to delete it entire thing. Control space. Now I can able to use for not NOT. Okay. Then you can see NOT options, all NOT related stuff are coming. Okay. Then I'm going to use for dot. Then I'm going to use for contents. Okay. And I'm going to use for some anything value because we are going to use for negative value type of assertion. And I'm going to use for my name itself whether it is that value is there or not in that URL. Anything you can able to use because we are going to for negative actions. See, negative action also it is mash and we are able to do for 4 type of assertions. Okay, something now the URL is presented. You can able to click here or you can able to click the checkbox or anything. Okay, or else you can able to take for this particular check note text box. This text box I want to check whether it is visible or not. Why we need to check the visibility means I want to type something value into the text box, but unexpectedly the text box is not visible. Then my texting, my type, which is a one I'm going to use for entering a value, right? That is not able to present. It is not able to enter into the text box, right? Our test case will be fail, right? But I want to pass. Then how we can able to use? Not only checkbox, text box we can able to use for checkbox or radio button or this country box or colors, anything we can able to use for this particular action assertion. Okay, now I'm going to use it for one more assertion that is called visible visibility of assertion, and we can able to use for cy.get action. And now I need to take the path of this particular text box. For this we can able to go for inspect and we can able to do it, correct? And here you can able to control F and the name we can able to say ID equal to name. This is the value we can able to check. ID is presented, then we can able to use for directly hash and name, correct? But in case if you don't know how to take, then we are already seen that locate how we need to take. And even you can able to select a hub and go to here and copy of a relative CSS selector. You can copy and paste it and see whether we can copy it or not. Yes, hash name is came. Still, if you don't know the properly cannot able to take means just a particular element which is that locator is there, right? That locator you can right click and copy selector. Still you are able to, but still you don't know. And Cypress you open the URL. Okay, there is a symbol like this here in the top. You can able to see, I guess, right? After URL, there before URL there is a symbol of this one. Just click. Okay, go to no text box and click. Then you can able to see it will provide for one particular action cy.get and you can copy this one, comes to here and you can able to see hash name. Directly it will provide for code. You can copy and work with that. Any three ways you can able to take. Okay, now I'm going to here and I'm pasting here. Okay, and here I'm going to use for dot should. Okay, dot should, and here I need to check whether that particular text box is visible or not. Then we can able to use for single quotation b dot visible because we are going to check for visible. If it is not visible, we are going to check there is a not dot b dot visible. That is the action we need to do it. Okay, now save and see visibility also executed. Okay, but I want to check whether that particular element is exist or not. exist or not. For exist or not also we can able to use it. Inside the should, we can able to use it for exit. Okay, this exist is a function to see that particular value is exist or not. Inside that can able to see in the DOM it is presented. To exist in the DOM, it is presented inside the DOM, it is saying the result. Okay, but we are use the similar format, right? But can we use for different approach? Yes, we can able to use for AND operation. We can use for here and then you can able to single quotation and you can able to use like this. That also it will work. Okay, both the cases are similar format of verifying only. Okay, and in case something you what we can able to say uh, here there are text box or check boxes are presented. I want to check the check boxes length or text box length. I want to check whether it is presented or not. That money it is presented or not, which I am expected the length of input or hyperlinks or radio buttons or check boxes. That length is presented as expected or not. How we can able to check? If I go here in the checkbox, if I inspect here, see this is my input box. There is a class name is presented and also type is one type equal to checkbox. This is the one it is presented. I'm going to take that those things and I'm going to use for control F and I'm going to paste it this one. You can able to see 13 is presented, but here 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 is there, but another checkboxes are presented in the down. That as well it is display, right? But I don't want that. I want only 7. How means we can able to use for input tag and we can able to use the class also. Okay, I'm going to take for that particular action, go to here and I'm going to use for input dot and class name and the class value. Now you can see 1 out of 7, 1 out of 7. Now I'm taking that one, go into my Visual Studio Code editor, then again here cy dot a get. See, if you see for Selenium or WebDriver IO, any place you can able to see, right? There, what will happen if you want to check the multiple elements? Then we need to use for find elements, and WebDriver IO we need to use for double dollar to identify for list of values, right? But in Cypress, only one action is there, that is cy.get. If you have single value, multiple value, both the cases, this is the one only we need to take. Now we are choosed here. Then I need to use for one should operation. And the should we need to use for single quotation have dot length. Have dot length. What I'm going to expecting for the length, that is 7. Because I need to 7 I'm going to expecting. Now we can see that our session is pass or fail. We'll comment on this. We'll see for two actions, right? That could be. Now we'll see for two actions. One is text box is visible or not, this one. Okay. Now see, there are two actions. This is the one to have a length of 7. 7 is presented. Okay. Both are 7. You can able to see this is the one is the locator and there is a 7 is the locator. And also assertion also we are expecting for 7, that is provided for 7. Okay. Like this we can able to do it. And maybe you will see that there is only two things are there, but assertions are 3. How question will be get, right? Now first assertion is we are using for visibility. Okay, for the text box is visible or not. Now you can see this is a condition to be visible. Okay, and another one is exist. whether that particular text box element is visible exist or not in a page. This is the second assertion. Now in the middle also two exist in a DOM. Okay, and third one is length. That's why you can able to see for third value as well. Okay, even if you want to check for something, the text value is not presented, and that those things also you can able to check. Okay, this is a inbuilt assertions we are going to do it. Okay, if you want to do for explicitly one, now explicitly is presented two actions, one is assert and expected. These are two actions, right? We need to do for these two operations. How we can able to do it? For this I'm going to create for another test case that is called explicit assert demo, and I'm going to create for my function. Okay, but I want to run only for this particular one. I don't want to run about test case, only one test case. Then we can able to dot only. If you mention dot only, then it will run for that particular test case. How many test cases are presented inside the suite, it will not take care about it. Okay, now the simplest way I'm going to explain you for this assert. If I mention assert, okay, if I mention assert, and we can able to use expected true, then 2 dot equal, or we can able to use for equal, then we can able to use for true. Now I'm going to save now. Sorry, for assert dot equal, sorry, assert dot equal, there is a way, like assert means assert dot equal, assert dot not equal, and deep equal are those things we can able to use. Equal, what we are going to expect it true. True, even we can able to do for value as well, there is no issue. Expected and actual save, then you can able to see both the cases are true. In case if your expected value is not equal, then you can try. Now fail because not equal, expected true to be not equal to true. If my case is false, then see both the cases are matches. Like this we can able to use for assert. Even you can able to provide for what you are going to expecting the value, that also you can able to, you can able to do some if else conditions are those things also you can able to use, and you can able to validate those things. Okay, and we can able to use for this assert, ttd format of assert, and bdd expected and actual cases, right? Now expected I'm going to use for expect, and then we can able to use for true, and then use for 2 dot eq. You can able to use for similar format of should we use, right? Should place eq, equal, and equal, like that you can able to use for anything. Eq, and then you can able to use for true or false, what you are going to expecting. Now I'm going to show you true or false, but you can able to use for what exactly the value you are going to expect it. Okay, now you can see, and the similar format you can able to use for false as well, and like negative case, how we can able to use for negative case, for here true, okay, and not, 2.eq, and then you can use for false. Now you can see the 4 different cases we can able to pass, and even you can able to pass for say, some kind of value also, like now here you can directly check that whether this particular Sunday is visibility is presented or not. Now you can go to here the Sunday place, not the label, and you can able to use ID is there. Okay, ID. Then go to here and enter here. Then you can able to but there is no URL, right? For the URL we need to use this URL, and then we need to cy.get, and then I need to use for Sunday is my ID, single quotation hash, and I'm going to providing value. Okay, now here I'm going to do for one more type of action, that is called then, and here another for inside the function I can able to provide for element. Okay, and creating the function. Okay, this will work for multiple value type of time, but I'm going to show you the approach. And here you can able to use for var or constant or let, anything you can able to use it, there is no issue. Let value equal to element dot text, element dot text, this is the method. Okay, and now I'm going to use for expected, and my value called I'm going to take for Sunday, and then I'm going to use it here 2.eq, and then I'm going to provide for value. Okay, in case if my test case got working as expected, then it will pass. If it is not expected as properly, then it can fail. Okay, it is giving for empty text value. Inner height before. The text is not working as expected, but we can able to use inner text or something, it is presented, but that as well it is not showing. Okay, I think maybe we are checking for checkbox, that's why it is showing this kind of text got. Okay, then we'll take the label one. Home label. One second, we'll see for this particular one. You can see this text, if yeah, now it is working, because previous what happened, I'm taking the value for this particular Sunday. checkbox 1. Okay, I'm going to take for expert previous is checkbox 1, that input box. That's why there is no name text value, right? For label, I have the Sunday is the one I have. That's why now it is passed. Okay. Previous what happened? I'm taking the checkbox. You can able to take for in a text value, but that I forgot. Now we can able to take the label value and that is a Sunday. That is a text value and we can able to validate. That is done here, right? Now we are able to do it. Okay. Similar format you can able to use for assert as well. Assert dot equal and you can able to provide for I'm going to expect it for Sunday and comma and then we can able to use for my value and save. Now see whether we can able to see or not. Now two assertions because the value is what we are going to expecting that we can able to do it. Okay, this is the simplest way of explicitly and implicitly assertion doing. Implicitly we can able to use a should and operations. If you are go for explicitly then we need to use for assert and also expected. Those are the two things. Okay, I hope this information help for you. Thank you for watching. Please do subscribe and share to your friends and colleagues. Thank you.